7 athletes A, B, C, D, E, F and G were practicing in a ground. They were standing in a row facing the north such that the distance between the neighboring athletes was a successive integral multiple of 11 meters. Now this is very, very important, right? They were all standing in a row facing north. Up to that it's all the same, the regular stuff. But then here comes the challenge. In such a way that the distance between the neighboring athletes, the distance between adjacent athletes was a successive integral multiple of 11. You know what are multiples of 11, right? 22, 33, 44, 55, 66, 165, 121, 143. All these are multiples of 11, right? 1100 is also a multiple of 11. What do you mean by integral multiples of 11? These are not in decimal. Like for example, in one way, 16.5 is also a multiple of 11 because 16.5 is 11 into 1.5. Or for that matter, 27.5 is a multiple of 11 because 27.5 is 11 into 2.5. But the question says these are all integral multiples. So we cannot consider 1.5 or 2.5 or 3.5 such type of multiples of 11. I mean 1.5 into 11 or 2.5 into 11. These should be integral multiples. So only 11, 22, 33 such multiples are possible, and successive. These are all successive integral. So multiples of 11, integral multiples of 11, successive integral multiples of 11. Successive here means these are all successive, right? So if one is 11, then the other one cannot be simply 33. It has to be 22, then 33, then 44, and so on. You're getting it? The distances are all successive integral multiples of 11. Okay. Now look at the clues given here. The distance increased left to right. Okay. Moreover, the distance increased left to right. The distance increased left to right. Very, very important. So for example, like 7 athletes, right? Let's mark the 7 positions. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Of course, here it looks like all the distances are equal, but I'm just marking their positions. The distances are all different, right? So if these are the 7 positions, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Here the distance is, let's say, D. This will be more than D. This will be more than D. This will be again further more than D, and so on. You are able to follow. The distances are increased. The distance increased from left to right. So the point here is the smallest multiple of 11 comes here, and then all the successive ones would accordingly take up. So these are all in an ascending order. One way. Indirectly what it says is all these are in ascending order. So the smallest integral multiple of 11 would come here, and then the success can be taken from left to right. Okay. Now, the initial distance between any two neighboring athletes was not less than 22 meters. The initial distance between any two neighboring athletes. See, we have already understood that the smallest distance will come in the first place only, because he says distances increase from left to right. So from left to right, as you progress, you will find that the distances have increased between neighboring athletes. So smallest one, of course, has to come from for the left extreme person and the neighboring person. Then he says the initial distance between any two neighboring athletes was not less than 22. Initial distance is this only. This was not less than 22, meaning it was greater than or equal to 22. This D here was greater than or equal to 22. So for example, if this distance is, let's say, 22, it can be equal to 22 also. Yes or no? It can be equal to 22 also. So if these are the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7 positions, these are the 7 positions, then understand, if the first two neighbors have got a distance of 22 between them, then this will be 33, 44, 55, 66, 77. Why is it so? 22, 33, 44, 55, 66, 77. Why is it so? Because all should be multiples of 11. All should be integral multiples of 11. All should be successive integral multiples of 11. Very, very important. So if this is 22, then 33, 44, 55, 66, 77. But it is not a rule that this is 22. It can be 33 also. It should not be less than 22. The point given is initial distance was not less than 22. It was not less than 22. It can be 22 or more. Now, or more does not mean that it will be 24 or 22 or 23 or 25. It has to be multiple of 11 only. Right? So after 22, what can be the next multiple of 11? 33. So if it is not 22, then this should be 33. And if this is 33, then the next distance will be 44. And then 55 and 66 and 77 and 88. Or if this is not 33, then this will be 66. Or some other way by which you can estimate what will be the distances. but all should be successive integral multiples of 11, right? Now, look at the clues. D was 165 meter to the right of A. D was 165 meter to the right of A. A and G were at a gap of 2. A and G were at a gap of 2. G was 44 meter away from E. G was 44 meter away from E. Now this 44 is an important point here. Try and understand. G was 44 meter away from E is a very, very important clue given to us. Why is it so? See, the moment you say G was 44 meter away from E, the option like 55, starting with 55 is ruled out. The minimum distance so far is 44 in this whole set of clues given to us. D was 165 meter to the right of A. A and G were at a gap of 2. G was 44 meter away from E. E was 77 meter away from B. The smallest one that we know so far is 44, right? Meaning it cannot go up to, the starting distance cannot be 55, because the moment starting is 55, what happens? If this is 55, will you ever be able to get 44? No. After 55, it should be 66, then 77 and so on, right? So it can start with 22 or 33, or it can also start with 44. That also is possible. And in that case, if G was 44 meter away from E, G and E itself will become the first two persons. I hope you are able to get the context here, right? Then E was 77 meter away from B. E was 77 meter away from B. Okay. C was standing somewhere to the left of F. C went 100 meters south and turned left and then traveled for 88 meters and stopped at point X. Okay, there's directions also involved here. F turned to his left, moved 88 meters and then went towards south and traveled 100 meters and stopped at point. So let's try it. I think I need some space to, yeah, let's try it here. So we have got the context, right? There are 7 positions. So let's assume the points are this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Remember, these are the distances between them, right? These are the distances between the points. Okay, and those distances are important here. Now in my drawing, you may find that all the distances are equal. I mean, visually they appear to be equal, but that's not the case. Actually, they are increasing from left to right. And these are all successive integral multiples of 11. These 7 points are the 7 positions: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now, the best way to do it is maybe just, that you will get multiple possibilities. I mean, the kind of clues given here, it doesn't tell us what exactly is the first distance. If the first distance is known to us, or at least the last distance is known to us, or any one of the distances is exactly known to us, we will be able to fill the other ones. But that's not given here, right? So you know that there will be multiple possibilities. We have to just try out all of them. So maybe I'll start with 22. For example, let's say the distance between the first 2 neighbors is 22. Then it will be 33, then 44, 55, 66 and 77. Now let's try to fix the points, the persons here, based on these distances. Remember, between the first person and second person, how much is the distance? 22. Between the first person and third person, 22 plus 33, 55. Right? Likewise, between the sixth person and seventh person, distance 77. Between fifth person and seventh person, 66 plus 77, 143, and so on. Okay. Now, what clue should we use? I think here onwards, C went 100 meters south and turned left and then traveled 88 meters and stopped at X. F turned to his left, moved 88 meters and then went towards south and traveled 100 meters and stopped at Y. These are to be used later on. This part of the question is actually something else. First you have to arrange them, then move C and F according to the directions given here. So don't worry about that. The only clues that we have here are that D was 165 meters to the right of A. A and G were at a gap of 2. G was 44 meters away from E. E was 77 meters away from B. C was standing somewhere to the left of F. Now the most easiest way to start is this: G was 44 meters away from E. Now if G was 44 meters away from E, tell me what is the only way to do it? G and E have to take these 2 positions. Only then there will be 44 meters, right? If I take 22 plus 33, then it becomes 55. 22 cannot be taken twice. I cannot take 22 and 22 here and make it 44 because distances should increase. So if I have to fix G was 44 meters away from E, they should take these 2 positions. The third and the fourth position, right? First, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh. So third and fourth positions. Now I'm not sure what exactly is G and what exactly is E. So I'll say G, E, E, G. G was 44 meters away from E. So if this is G, then this will be E, 44 meters away. If this is E, then this would be G. Exact positions are not known to us. So that point is done. Now E was 77 meter away from B. E was 77 meter away from B. Now understand, if you put E here, is it possible for you to put B somewhere so that it is 77 meters away? Yes, I can put B here, then 33 plus 44 becomes 77. P cannot come this side because here we have 55, then 66, and this 77. And any sum also will not give us 77. Like 55 plus 66 is 121. So that sum also will not result in 77. Can you take E on this position then? Is it possible to take E here and get 77? No. If I take E here, then where can B go? 44 plus 55 is 99. This side 33 plus 22 is only 55. We want 77. So I think it's clear that this position is occupied by G. This position here is occupied by E. And then I can put B in this place. So what happens? Distance between B and E becomes 77. 33 and 44. So G and E are fixed. G was 44 meter away from E and E was 77 meter away from B. 77 meter away from B. Right? 3 persons have been fixed. This point says C was standing somewhere to the left of F. So wherever you take F, C should be on the left side. Which means F cannot come here, because if you take F here, C should be on the left side of F, which is not available. That position is not available. F can come here or here or here. So this point will not be very useful. Look at this point. D was 165 meter to the right of A. Okay, A and G were at a gap of 2. A and G were at a gap of 2. A and G were at a gap of 2. So where can A come according to this point? They were at a gap of 2, meaning what? There were 2 persons between them, right? A and G were at a gap of 2 would mean there were 2 persons between them. So if G is here, 1 and 2, then A has to come here. Yes or no? No gap, 1 gap, 2 gaps. A and G were at a gap of 2. Now it says D was 165 meter to the right of A. D was 165 meter to the right of A. Right of A. How can you take D on 165 meter to the right of A? Is it possible? If A is here, can you take D on the right of A? Not possible. Why is it not possible? Because the only position available on the right of A is this one. But then the distance between D and A is only 77. Even if you take A here, 66 plus 77 will not make it 165. It's only 143. So clearly, this is the wrong arrangement. Now, this is the wrong arrangement means what? This is a wrong arrangement. Why? Not because of the positions. The positions were fixed based on the points given here, based on the clues given here. This has gone wrong because 22 is not the starting point. Yes or no? Because it is not satisfying all the conditions. If I start with 22, then all the conditions are not satisfied. So let me try with the other one. Same thing again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This time I will start with 33. There are only 3 possibilities. You know that there are only 3 possibilities. Starting distance can be 22, or it can be 33, or it can be 44. Starting distance cannot be 55 and so on. Why? Because between 2 persons somewhere here, the distance should be 44. You cannot start with 55. If you start with 55, 44 is not possible at all. So we have already tried 22, it came out to be wrong. Now we are trying 33. Starting distance is 33. Then this will be 44, 55, 66, 77, 88. You're getting it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is the second trial. First trial is over. Trial number 1. This was trial number 1. This is trial number 2. And this is trial number 3. If the second trial also fails, then we will go for the third and the last trial, which has to be the answer, where we start with 44. Now try to fix the points. I think I'll start with this. G was 44 meter away from E. G was 44 meter away from E and E was 77 meter away from B. So the only way is again this. B has to come here and G here and E here. Like how we had done earlier, right? I don't need to explain the same thing again. So between G and E that's 44 and between B and E there is 33 plus 44, 77. So these 2 points are satisfied, right? Now go for this point. D was, okay, A and G were at a gap of 2. A and G were at a gap of 2 meaning what? If G is here, A has to come here. They were at a gap of 2. So there were 2 persons between A and G. Now, D was 165 meter to the right of A. 165 meter, D should be on the right of A. D can come here because 77 plus 88 is 165. You see, this condition is satisfied. Similarly here, this 77 wala condition also is satisfied. Between B and E, the distance is 77. Between A and D, the distance is 77 plus 88, which is 165. And the last point that we know is C was standing somewhere to the left of F. C should be on the left of F. So F has to come here, and left of F is this. Remember, all of them are facing north. How do I know this is left? Because all of them are facing north. Left of F is our left. All of them facing north, so left of F should be on this side. So F comes here and C comes here. So these are the 6 positions: B, G, E, C, A, F, D. Assume that even if this fails somewhere, if this would have failed, then what will we do? Then we'll go for the third case, 44. But that's not required because I've got the answer, right? With 33, I've got the answer. So the final arrangement is B, G, E, C, A, F, D. B, G, E, C, A, F, D. Now it doesn't end here. See, this is a arrangement based question. There will be arrangement based puzzle. There will be 5 questions asked. So 5 questions can be on this arrangement, but then there's some more data given here. C went 100 meters south and turned left and then traveled for 88 meters and stopped at point X. F turned to his left, moved 88 meters and then went towards south and traveled 100 meters and stopped at point Y. So here he's talking about movement of C and F. Movement of C and F. So what I will do is, to make it simple, let's only consider C and F. C and F. What is the distance between C and F, by the way? Distance between C and F is how much? 66 plus 77, 143. Yes or no? So let's start with that. We know that distance between C and F is 143. Right? Now do as he has done in the question. As he has asked us to do. C went 100 meters south. 100 meters south. C goes 100 meters south. 100 meters south. C went 100 meters south and turned left. Now when a person is going south, left would be towards our right. Right? He turned left and traveled for 88 meters. He traveled for 88 meters. He traveled for 88 meters and stopped at point X. So this is point X. This is point X. What did F do? F turned to his left. F turned to his left meaning F turned this side. F is facing north, right? F is facing north. His left will be on this side. So F turned to his left. F turned to his left. Moved 88 meters. So F moved from this point. He moved 88 meters. Right? And then went towards south and traveled 100 meters. So now he turns towards south and travels 100 meters. So same 100. These two are parallel lines, right? And stopped at point Y. This is point Y. This is point Y, this is point X. You getting it? So C's direct movement was this: 100 meters, then left 88 meters. F left 88 meters and then 100 meters. So we've got X and Y. Now, so basically if you see, we can actually cut down this 100 and 100. I mean, since these are equal distances, how does it look like? Or let's look at the questions. Okay, look at the questions. What was the distance between points X and Y? Distance between points X and Y. How do you get the distance between point X and Y? So you try to understand. C is here, F is here, right? The initial distance is 143. Now I want the distance between points X and Y, right? So I'm not considering this legs of 100 meter and 100 meter. Let's forget about that because that is not going to change the distance between X and Y. Let me just take X and Y in the same straight line. So what happens? C moved 88 meters. This is point X, 88 meters. And F also moved 88 meters to get point Y. This is point X, this is point Y. So between C and X, 88. Between F and Y, 88. F also moved. This is point Y. And F also moved 88. Now how do you get the distance? It's simple. Distance between X and Y can be taken as, if you see, what can I say? See, if C has moved 88, what is the distance between X and F? The distance between X and F, 143 minus 88. 143 minus 88 is 55, right? So distance between X and F is 55. Likewise, what is the distance between C and Y? F moved 88 like this, right? F has moved 88 meters like this in this direction. So what will be the distance between C and Y? Total is on 143. From 143 subtract 88. 143 minus 88. This is also 55. So distance between X and Y, these 2 points should be this one. So basically I know that XY plus 55 plus 55 is 143. So XY can be taken as 143 minus 55 minus 55. You are getting it? The total distance here is 143. When C moved 88 meters and reached point X, the distance between X and F comes out to be 143 minus 88, which is 55. Likewise, distance between C and Y also is 55. So XY distance, this XY distance will be equal to total 143 minus this 55 and this 55. So 143 minus 110, which comes out to be 33. The distance between X and Y is 33 meters. What are the distance between F and D? Distance between F and D. What's the distance between F and D? F and D straight, 88 meters. Right? They are neighbors. Distance is 88 meters. Who among the following was to the immediate left of A? Immediate left of A. A is here. Immediate A is here. Immediate left of A is C. Immediate left of A is C. Who among the following were at the extreme ends? Who were at the extreme ends? B and D. B and D, yes. B and D were at the extreme ends. Done.